Esto es Level 20 Wow News con nuestro presentador Corny. Welcome, Azerotians! Today we have here with us one of the most important players of the 2029 bracket in World of Warcraft, Embu! Woo, 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 woo. Are you prepared for this challenge, Embu?
Hey there, Corny. Yes, of course, I'm super excited about the idea to be here and to talk a bit about me, but also about the community.
Nice! Okay, first of all, I have to say that Embu is the leader of his own French community, also the leader of the biggest international level 20 community, and also a moderator of World Model Viewer and XPOF communities and Discord, as far as I know. So let's recap all the things that you have done during these years.
During this year, as you know, we have organized several movie shooting sessions at the beginning of this year. During the summer, we have organized a battle event and in Bashir and a European tournament. And recently we have organized another event designed for Halloween. It was pretty fun. Yeah, it was quite funny.
Okay, so knowing that, let's go further and let's ask you more personal things to make people know you better.
When I started to play this game, I first played with a starter edition account, and I also discovered a lot of people on this game platform, and it was good memories because I will still remember the people I met with who I started to do events, and it was a really good experience. I started to organize a lot of things, especially with you and other people from the Discord. It was because I was motivated by other players. I wanted to do something that could make people happy because, you know, when you are tired, you come back at home, you only need to spend a good time, and it is necessary to provide this kind of stuff today. And yeah, in my mind I was like, yeah, it could be funny to organize some events. And today, when you look back the history of our level 20 community, you can see that a lot of things have been done by the players, by coordinators, by European and American people. This is something I love, and this is something I would like to keep in future.
Yeah, I agree that we have made something amazing. Okay, and why did you choose Embu as your nickname? Is there any history or something related with this?
Basically, this nickname comes from the French adjective embusqué, and embusqué means in English ambushed. And at that time, when I started to discover World of Warcraft, I previously played on Warcraft 3, and I love the Night Elf, and I was in love with the concept of hidden characters. Yeah, in my mind, I already chose other nicknames, but when I started to create my character Hambuske, I was like, okay, let's choose a nickname that suits me. And also, given the fact that players started to call me quickly when I was with them in the video games, they called me Embu and not Ambuske because it was something natural, and this is how I chose this nickname later.
Has sense. I was mini corny, then I was corny, so short names are better, I suppose. Okay, and what about your realm? You are in Grassfield, isn't?
Yes, you're right. Short names are better. Regarding Rogers Ferret, this is a level 20 community that has been created in 2011, 2012. Rushferth is a world that has been created to talk about two realms, two servers. The first server is Rashgarot, and the second one is Truckferret. And you know, when the crossed realms have been created in around 2013, if I correctly remember, these two servers were fusionated. Personally, I was on Rushgerot, but a lot of other people I met later were on Truckferret. So we created an organization. This first event was organized in 2015. It was called The Call of a Crusade, and it was a little event organized, and the goal was to fight the Fell River, this NPC that is located in the Hellfire Peninsula. We didn't manage to beat this creature yet. We managed to beat other creatures, other elite bosses that were located outside the peninsula, and everyone was happy because it was something that didn't happen very often, and it motivated me to keep organizing other events. So I talk a lot, but it's a bit important for me. So it was our first event. In 2016 we organized the first edition of a Journey League that was a French tournament, but we wanted to make it European. So when we launched this tournament, we also did some advertising on the social networks, and when we talked about this on XP Off, the English speakers answered us that it was a cool event. And later, the next year, in 2017, we managed to create a new edition of the tournament. It was the second edition. It happened in August, and this time a lot of people, but also new people, came to this event. This time it was more European, and at the end we organized other events, and the last one that was created for Rushgerot is about the different movie shooting sessions we organized at the beginning of this 2018 year. So as you know, you and the Russian community took part in, which was really good memories, and I did the edition, and I think we did at least 16 different movie shooting sessions. So it was pretty funny, and I remember my mates who told me they loved this event, this different movie shooting sessions.
Okay, I was going now to ask you, hey, are you from Horde or from Alliance, like BlizzCon? But this is clear after your first answer. So now let's go to the next question. That is this one. How many times has you been playing WoW? I mean, in which expansion did you start it, more or less?
Well, I started to play World of Warcraft when the starter edition appeared. It was at the end of 2011, I think so, if I correctly remember. So I started to play from this date, and I think I have spent more than 100 hours of game on it. But I know this is a little score when you compare with other players.
That's interesting. Okay, I would like to make you order these 5 concepts from the one that you prefer to the one that you hate or prefer less. The concepts are PvP, PvE, role, leisure events, and collection.
I used to play a lot PvP when I started to play World of Warcraft until 2015, I think so, because at that time French Battlegrounds stopped, so it was no longer possible for us. So I would say PvP is my number 3. Number 4, maybe roleplay, because I like roleplay but not so much. And collection would be my number 5, because this is something that is interesting time of time, but not every time. And regarding PvE and leisure events, I would say leisure events in my top 1 and PvE, I don't know the correct pronunciation, but PvE, let's say this. PvE, I would say it's my number 2 because, as you know, I appreciate it to organize several PvE events. But I also like the concept of leisure events because this is something more funny, more creative, and thus more catching.
Okay, good to know that you think in this way. Okay, I have heard before that you said that you like it a lot to play Warcraft 3. Okay, so related with this, what do you think about Blizzard, the company? Do you like their games or do you only play World of Warcraft? And what do you think about what they are doing with WoW?
Well, I like a lot World of Warcraft because it was like my first social network. Um, to me, this is an important game because it allowed me to meet people and to start creating things. So what I'm thinking about Blizzard is that this is a very interesting company. I like a lot what they're doing. A lot of people will tell you the same thing. I think I will keep watching them because they do a lot of things very creative. When you look at what they currently do and what they already did with Warcraft 3, that's just awesome. But it will be not very objective to sum up what they did with only 2 video games. I know they did Overwatch, they did Heroes of the Storm, Hearthstone. These are incredible games as well. But from a point of view, considering the time I spent on World of Warcraft and Warcraft 3, this is something I would like more, of course. As you know, a lot of people started to wonder if Sylvanas was not like a new Garrosh war chief. But I think they understood that the Garrosh period in World of Warcraft universe was something players don't want to see again. So of course they will bring some new features, some new stories regarding Sylvanas. And also this character is really awesome because when you remember having played Sylvanas herself in Warcraft 3, you know that this is a legendary character that they won't give up, that they won't let die. World of Warcraft is a game that, despite his graphic motor, yet they still keep creating things, even if this is something old. You can see that World of Warcraft is still a video game very well played and that will keep catching people, and yet this game is still alive. And this is one of the biggest video games ever created that is still alive, and this is something really impressive. So I'm not worried about the future of this video game.
Mm-hmm. Good memories. Okay, so knowing that and knowing the new cinematics or Battle for Azeroth and what's happening, I have to ask you, what would you do if you were Sylvanas right now?
Well, this is a very interesting question, but when you analyze this character, you know that she wants to protect her people. So the Forsaken, I think I would protect my people first. But when you remember Sylvanas is the sister of 2 others high elves, you know that she still feels some emotions for her sisters. So it will be difficult to do a choice. She's not a villain, but sometimes she's like a villain. I would keep doing the war against the alliance leaders that don't want to make peace. I also would like to add that she wants to destroy life because she lost everything. life has been removed from herself. Artas prevented her to have a future family, to be happy later, protecting the real. She's still devastated by this action. She's still full of hate.
Great point of view. Okay, and let's make the last question before the final phase of this interview. The question is, are you excited of Warcraft 3 Reforged? And are you going to buy it?
Yes, I am very, 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 very excited because this is an awesome game. This is the first Warcraft game I've played, and I will still remember all the memories I got on this game. So of course I'm very happy to say that they make a new version of the same game, and yes, I will buy it, definitely.
Nice to know, nice to know. Okay, so final phase, we are here, and it works like this. I will give you one by one some words, and you have to tell me in one word or two words what represents for you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, first word, Embu.
A night elf rogue, but also a player, and eventually a big fan of Warcraft 3.
Rasferov.
Childhood memories and future projects in mind.
Okay. Now your international Discord.
A big family and a big project as well.
Okay. Now Sylvanas.
For the old!
Okay. Now Courtney.
An awesome coordinator and a great friend.
And the last one, Murloc. Okay, Embu, thanks a lot for this interview. I hope that you have liked it, and let's wait the people to see it and say what they think about all of this information. Okay, see you again as soon as possible.
Thank you again. Thank you for this interview. I hope that there will be a new interview later, because it is also interesting to know other members of the community. And I wish you the best of luck for your project and the next project you have in mind and that we could have in mind for the lvl20 community. See you!
Bye bye!